friends, welcome in. If you're watching this part of my tutorial today, you're most likely watching the replay. If you don't see the red live icon at the top of the screen, you are probably watching the replay. Okay. I either have a glue string or a piece of fuzz or a piece of hair somewhere on my face. Somewhere. I can feel it. Okay. Tagging us and sharing us. We are 1 minute to go. Debbie's just finishing up her cupcake and hedgehog. And we'll get started as soon as the clock rolls to 11 o'clock. Sharing to my two groups. Paper Sweeties Handmade Market and Share is for all creators to share all of their handmade items, tutorials, lives, shop links, sales, all of the things. And then I'm sharing to my Paper Sweeties Inspire and Shop group. That's the group attached to my business. And things can be shared there if they're created using something from the Paper Sweeties shop, or created, if you saw something that I made and you were inspired by it to create the same thing, you can share it there, or anything that you purchase from Paper Sweeties, or anything that you make and use supplies from Paper Sweeties. Okay, all right, as you come in, say hi so I know you're here. It's 11, we're gonna get started. So today's challenge was created by Lauren, and she challenged us to use grape licorice somewhere in our design. This stumped me, guys, because out of all the colors in the color spectrum, purple is my least favorite color, which is so weird because pink is my favorite and pink is very close to purple. So that's so weird for me, but it is what it is. I don't like green either. And I like the neon green we use in our designs, but I don't like olive green. I do like a sage green. But anyways, yeah, so we're to use a piece of grape licorice somewhere in our design today. So this is the one that I did yesterday, guys. I told you that I would let it dry overnight. I added the snowflake after my live and the arms and let it dry overnight. And then this morning I adhered it to the base. So that's how she turned out. Hey, Christine, how are you? Can you hear me and see me okay? I think you might be the first one in. That's Unicorn Candy Fizz Sweet Glitter on there. Hey, Karen, welcome in. She came out darling. I love her so much. And in my signature Candyland colors, I'm gonna add her right back over here. Let her continue to dry so I don't bump her. So yeah, today's challenge, use grape licorice somewhere in your design. So I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And then finally this idea. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Christy. Hi, Mary. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, she turned out cute. Hey, Robin. Hi, Maureen. Hey, Mary. Welcome, everyone. So I did have, to my surprise, I did have some lavender clay in my stash. So I pulled that. The idea I came up with, I actually went, hey, Trina. Hi, Ramona. Hi, Dawn. Good morning, friends. I hope everyone's doing good. Hi, Cheryl. So far on this chilly Wednesday morning, I checked when I woke up this morning, and it was a balmy 36 degrees. So we were able to actually shut our dripping faucets off. We are dripping our faucets, guys, because every evening for the next 10 days, it's going below freezing. So we're dripping our faucets so our pipes don't crack and freeze and burst overnight. So it was a balmy 36 degrees out when I got up at 9 o'clock this morning. So I don't know, it might be 40 now that it's 11 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so we finished her. I ran out of time to do her arms and mittens on my live yesterday, but I told everyone her arms and mittens were going to be done the exact same way as how I did Daphne last week. So if you're new and you needed to see how to do the arms and the mittens, you could go back to my YouTube channel and watch the Daphne tutorial. All right, so back to today. To my surprise, when I went looking and searching, I had, hot water. See, that happened to us like 2 houses ago, Michelle. We had a regular traditional hot water tank, and the water in the hot water tank actually froze one below freezing night. That was so scary. So now we just drip all our faucets just to be safe. Hi, Diane. I went into my silicone mold stash, you guys, and I was pleasantly surprised. Look what I found. I had a little candy silicone mold to make licorice, guys. Oh, thank you, Trina. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been busy. I finished the whole month of January. I was working on Glitterville inspired, so I did the piney with no S tree, and then I did the little sled with the presents in it, and I shared them on my page, and I did reels on them. So if you're interested in making them, these are not for sale. That was a one and done project for me. They were very involved, guys. And I've been contacted by a few people. Oh, are they for sale? No, they're very involved. I when it's so involved like that, like Frostine, tall snow lady over there, 30 inches tall, she was a one and done too. Certain things I will remake, and certain things I won't. The Glitterville was no. All right, so luckily I found that silicone mold, so I didn't have to hand make, because I'm like, how am I going to hand make licorice? I think I'll need to make a whole bunch of little worms and then twist them together. I mean, it could be done, guys. It could be done. Debbie hand did hers this morning. She is awesome. She is awesome. But me, I used a silicone mold. All right, so back to our idea. So I thought, and then finally I came up with this idea that I thought would be cute and very, the timing of it is perfect, seeing that most of us are in a tundra freeze right now. I have my 1/4-inch guides on my roller. Squishy Angie, hi. Hi, sweetie. So since most of us are in a tundra freeze, I decided to do a mitten. So I have this cookie cutter mitten, super cute. Can't remember where I got it. It looks and feels like maybe See My 3D prints, but then I found this one at my stash and I loved the shape of it. This is a metal one. You guys, I have so many cookie cutters because I used to do the handmade royal iced cookies, the decorated, the sugar cookies, and then you do the royal icing on top with all the cute fancy designs. I did them. So I have so many cookie cutters that I have raided my cookie cutter stash. I don't do the cookies anymore, but I use all of my cookie cutters in my fake baking. They've all transitioned over. So I no longer use them for cookies. Excuse me. I use them for fake bake. Fake bake. So I had a little leg up because I had so many cookie cutters in my stash from years of doing the cookies. How many of you have ever done royal ice cookies? All right, so we're gonna cut this mitten out twice. Hopefully I could get 2 out of what I rolled here. So I don't have to roll it again. I think I can. I think I can. So we'll get the 1 out, pop it out, and I'm just gonna smooth those edges. And because I oiled my cookie cutter, your finger just slides right around the edges, really nice. Just to smooth any raggedy edges down. Put that over to the side, and then we're gonna cut another one out. Yep, had enough room. Hi, Christine. So Christine, did you say you're going to be doing a live sale today, right after me in your 11 o'clock spot? Are you going to be offering some things live sale? Did I hear you correctly? Christine's in the spot right after me today, guys. All right. That's good. Let me set this over here and get it out of the way. We're done with the mitten. Cookie cutter, smooth these edges. Now this one on the surface has a few imperfections, the second one we cut. So I'm going to use that as the bottom. It has a few imperfections in the, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Right there and right there. Maybe not. You did it once and enjoyed it. Oh, the royal ice cookies. Maureen, stop it, girl. Stop. Y'all just need to move here. I'm not moving to Montana. It's too cold. You need to move here. And we need to just craft together all day. And go to Hobby Lobby and go for lunch. Maureen. Her and I, every time we talk, we're like, oh, me too, me too, me too. Yeah, me too, me too. Same, twins. Separated at birth. All right, so now I'm gonna take my top layer, the one that doesn't have any of the imperfections. Oh, you know what? I do need that cookie cutter one more time. Just kidding. Hi, Tara. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Holly. Holly, I didn't, did I? I don't think I did. Get an invoice from you for my Nutcracker soap dispensers. All right, I'm gonna take the top layer and we're gonna make a cookie. So I'm gonna layer, and you guys, I just start in one little corner when I'm layering and just do a tiny little bit at a time. Checking my edges, because you know, once you let this top layer fall down onto the second layer, if it's not in the right spot, you can't move it. You can't move it. It's another one and done. All right, so then I have 2 layers, except for where I cut the cuff off. So we'll roll out some white. Hi, Tina. Hi, Jeanette. Selling some Valentines in St. Patrick's. Good deal. Take some white. Leanne, is Leanne still on here? Because she was watching yesterday. Here's how the little snow lady turned out. I ran out of time to do her arms on my live, so I finished the arms and the mittens after my live, glued the snowflake on her, let her dry overnight, and then attached her to the stand. Oh, okay, Holly. If you sent me a request, I didn't see it, and I do apologize. I will try to remember. Actually, send me a request, because I probably won't remember, because I have a live sale after this afternoon, so today is my busy day of the week. And usually, guys, by lunch, I forgot what I had for breakfast, guys, so... Is anyone else like that, or is it just me? What does that mean, Christine? What does that mean? Oh, thank you, Leanne. Thank you. She came up kind of cute. All right, rolling out a little bit of the white. Bring our cookie cutter back, and you guys know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna cut it into some of the white. and make us a cuff. Make us a cuff. So bring this back over. Actually, let me smooth my edges. Bring this over and cut it. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Yeah, okay, Holly, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and add our cuff. You guys, I just remembered I wanted to do, okay, we're not too far into, I just remember, it's sitting right here, you guys. Debbie, I tell you this all the time. Yes, Angie, come here. She was just having a drink of water or some of her food or something. The laundry room is right next to my craft room, and you guys can always hear her little name tag tinkling on her ceramic food dish. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Guys, all right. Pause. Pause. It was sitting right here. Which sprinkle is that on the icing? Ramona, that's the unicorn candy fizz. On the drip going around, that's the unicorn candy fizz. Isn't it pretty? That's my favorite mix. Oh, Maureen, you are so busy. You are so busy. All right, she's back there, hanging out. All right, take two. She's a cutie. We're putting her sweater on her every time to take her pee-pee outside. Oh my gosh, you guys. She's only 7 pounds and she shivers and shakes. It's so cold out. Hers doesn't like the cold. Hers told me. Hers doesn't like the cold. She's like her mommy. She likes the summer. When it's nice and sunny and warm. Hers doesn't like the cold. All right, we're gonna roll this out again. The first time was just practice. We wanted to practice, make sure we knew what we were doing. Hers doesn't like the cold, guys. Hers is a beach poodle. Except she's so funny, guys. We took her to the beach a couple times. I don't let her go in the sand and the water. I mean, she's so tiny, guys. She's just tiny, tiny. She's a toy poodle. But we would take her when we'd go walking on the beach, and we'd put her in the stroller. And I don't know if she doesn't like the sound of the ocean, because when you're walking along the ocean, guys, it's really loud from the waves and the surf and everything. She just whines and cries and carries on. So we stopped taking her because we're like, oh my gosh, we're stressing her out. All right, so take two. And cut these little mittens out again. Cut the bottom one. Debbie, I tell you this all the time. I'm challenged in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Look, I can't even remember what I'm doing on my project. All right. And then we're going to take another little bit of, she's a cutie. Take another little bit of this pretty lavender. And it's like not wide enough. I guess I didn't think this out completely. It may not work, guys. This may not work because it's not wide enough. For if I used the slimmer cookie cutter shape, it probably would have fit. You guys see my brain trying to work, guys? Yeah, the slimmer one would fit. Okay, let's see if I can stretch it. We'll see. I tell you all the time, when you come on and watch me, sometimes it's, I'm showing you like what not to do. in your projects? Do you guys ever feel like that, or is it just me? Hey, Morticia, do you guys ever feel like that when you're doing a live? Do you ever feel like, oh my gosh, some days I'm on it and things just fall right into place, and then other days I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Don't forget the mold. What mold, Michelle? What mold? This one? This one you mean? For the, I mean, look at how pretty that is. That, to me, feels like a mitten. See what I'm saying though? No, guys, it is gonna work. It's just enough. The clay gods were with me this morning. It's just enough, guys. Like, just enough. Wow. Huh. Thank you, clay gods. Thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay. So stinking cute. Oh my gosh. I'm glad we redid it. Because that was the cute part of my design, you guys. That was the cute part. All right. Bring this back over. Some lives just go smoothing, others feel like a disaster. Yep. Usually on my Wednesday morning lives, it takes me a half an hour to get my juices going. Usually by 11:30, I'm kind of getting in the zone. All right, so we're gonna take the cable knit, cute little mitten. Raymond, hi. Parfait. Hummus. Piping clay all over me. Even your shoulder. Oh my gosh. Michelle. You guys, Michelle and I are going to be duo partners for the entire month of February for Pink Frosting Divas on Mondays. So excited. It's our first time doing together. Last night on your 30-minute, yeah. Tuesday evenings are hard for us guys because you guys know we do Taco Tuesday every... Brandy! There's my friend Brandy. Everyone say hi, Brandy. Tuesdays are hard because we bug out like 4:30. We do Taco Tuesday. Last night we went to Chipotle. It was so yummy. I had a chicken bowl. I love it so much. I'm excited too. Michelle and I already talked and we decided what we're going to do. So stay tuned. All right, we are done with the mitten and we are done with the cable knit. So I'm gonna bring my cuff back over and we're gonna layer that right on top. You know what, guys? I wanna do a third layer because the, can you see the mitten layer ended up being real chunky, the top, the knit layer, and now that is, see, there's a lip there. So I'm going to, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna do one more white layer. One more white layer. Raymond, are you at work? Raymond, what kind of weather did you have? Did you get the freezing rain last weekend? Did you get that freezing rain? All right, guys. Actually, no, I'll use my 1/4-inch one. So it's even. Ooh. Didn't realize it would take me like a half an hour to do a mitten, you guys. Hey, Christy. How are you? All right, so let's cut out one more. And it's got some imperfections on it, but that's okay because we're gonna do the pinch and pull. We're gonna do the pinch and pull to make it fluffy. All right, guys, oh my gosh. Here we go. Finally, you're like, she has spent 23 minutes cutting a mitten out of a cookie cutter. Oh my gosh. All right, third layer over here for the cuff. And now it has the correct height. That is perfect. Now it's even. See? Because this layer was so much thicker. All right, we're done with this. All right, I bring my tweezers over, and this is gonna take a couple of minutes. You guys have seen me and lots of other creators do this. I call it the pinch and pull, where you just take your tweezers and you pinch and pull, like I did it on the Santa Claus, on his beard. He's over here drying, waiting to ship out. But we did it on his beard and the brim of his hat. Extreme cold. Colder coming this weekend, yeah. Canceling, wow. Us too, Raymond. Last weekend, us here on the coast, we just got rain. And in the evenings, it didn't even go below freezing, I don't think, this past weekend. But my kids, my sons live about 2.5 hours west of us, and they got the sleet and freezing rain. Although they got more sleet than freezing rain, which is good, because the sleet comes down as ice pellets, like tiny little balls of hail, and it bounces off the surfaces. When you get the freezing rain, it comes down and it's rain, and then it freezes on everything it comes in contact with. So that's what brings the tree limbs down, the power lines down, the power poles down. So luckily they got more sleet and their power stayed on. We only got rain. It was nothing for us here. But this weekend, they're saying we have a chance of getting snow. Oh, Christy, what are you doing? Are you sitting on a heating pad? I can empathize, because when we moved, I was carrying a garment box, one of those big heavy garment boxes with my husband, and I tweaked my back, and it hasn't been the same ever since. And I can very easily tweak it and it goes out. So I can empathize. Back problems are no joke, guys. My friend that lives in the neighborhood is having ongoing back issues, and she's had to go for MRIs and pain management, and they're trying to see if they can get it under control without surgery. But if they can't, she might have to have surgery. All right, this looks good, guys. I'm going around all the edges to make sure it's pinched and pulled sufficiently. Yes, with the diamond dust, right, Brandy? Yeah. All right, now this is what I had in my head for the mitten. Look at how cute. It's got the double layers and the pinch and pull, okay? That, to me, was what I had in my head. Guys, sometimes what I have in my head comes out, and sometimes it doesn't. All right, I'm gonna bring my tray over. I have all kinds of goodies on my tray. I'm just gonna set it here, and we're going to play with some stuff and see what works. I'm gonna move my silicone mat out of the way because we are done with the clay. We're gonna start doing glue, and you guys, I just don't want to take a chance of using glue when my silicone mat is out, because that could be a disaster. All right, so for some of the, I pulled a lot of stuff, guys. Not all of this is gonna work on our mitten, okay? So here are my little licorices that I did in my silicone mold yesterday and let them dry overnight. So there is my fulfillment of use grape licorice on your challenge, okay? I pulled a couple of little, my project's gonna be pink and purple. So I pulled a little gummy bear and another little candy silicone mold. items. I pulled this and this from Annie's Treasures. They're cabochons. I didn't have a lot of purple, but I pulled whatever purple I had. This cute little gummy bear on a stick. This little purple donut. We may or may not use all of these, guys, because we're doing a mitten. I pulled a white 3D printed snowflake from Crafty Ma'am. I pulled a little purple mini ornament. I pulled some of these fluff things that I love to use. And I had these meringues in my stash, and they already have pina colada sweet glitter on them, so they're real sparkly. And then I whipped up a little lollipop last night, and some holly leaves, and a cute little snow girl. All right, so we're gonna see what we can incorporate into this mitten. So first off, I know 100% we can incorporate these holly leaves, and then I pulled some sparkle. Thank you, Debbie. Did you see I had to do it twice? Because the first time I forgot to use the cable knit sweater mold. These are just sparkly foam balls from my stash, guys. All right, so let's take these pretty holly leaves and let's add them onto our mitten. That's what I said, you guys. This challenge really stumped me. I think the color purple was stumping me because I don't design a lot with purple. It's not one of my colors. It's pretty. I have used it, but it's really not one of my go-to colors. So I think the color was stumping me, and then I just tried to wrap my brain around, once I found the little mold to make the licorice, I'm thinking like, it's so cold, I just want to make snowmen, but I did that snowman yesterday, so I wanted to do something a little bit different for you all today. So I remembered I had these mitten cookie cutters in my stash. Yes, that'll work. Say it with me, class. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. I even pulled this. How would that look on there? That's kind of pretty. And then we could put the berries on top. This is the part of the design creative process, guys, that I really love. Let me go ahead and use it because I don't know when I'll ever be doing anything with purple again. So this is from Annie's Treasures. I got it from Fake Bakers Gone Wild in a pack with other organza flowers in other colors. And of course, this purple one's just sitting in my stash because I don't use purple a lot. All right, we're doing the two glues, guys, because this is an organza flower we're trying to glue down to foam clay. So you guys know, if you use just hot glue, it won't stick. It'll pop off. It'll end up popping off over time. Hold it, hold it, hold it. This is cute, and I feel like it's unique and different, putting an organza flower on top of your holly leaves and berries. I'm holding it a few extra seconds. Okay, that looks, you guys, that looks really cute. That looks cute. And we're gonna, I mean, it's just different. It's just different. I don't like that I'm starting to get ripples from the parchment paper. So I am going to, I hope I don't regret it. I am going to bring mine, because I don't know, this will go for sale because I don't have anything purple in my house. So this will probably be available. Thank you, Robin. And I don't know if someone ends up buying it. I'm not sure what they would use it for. Like, you could put a pick in it and add it to a centerpiece. Now I'm using all hot glue, guys, because we're gluing the glitter foam balls on top of the organza flower. So you can use all hot glue now. If they put it in a centerpiece, you could maybe see the back of it. So now I'm going to maybe just put it on silicone so it doesn't get the ripples in the back from the parchment paper. It's 11:33. My brain should be kicking in any minute now. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have been working on crocheting a baby blanket to send to a friend that just had a baby. And I've been staying up. Y'all, who watches Bridgerton? I've been staying up rewatching season 3 of Bridgerton because season 4 is about to drop, I think on January 29th. So I've been refreshing my brain on season 3. I went back and rewatched it. I feel like I want one more little purple bead right on the tippy top. Right over here. And it's so funny. I had watched it when it was on. But now that I went back and rewatched it, I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. Oh, I don't remember that. But like I said, guys, sometimes I don't remember what I had for breakfast when lunchtime comes. Who watches Bridgerton? We could stop here, guys. Look at how precious that is. But we have to keep going because we didn't even do our licorice yet. We didn't do our licorice. We gotta keep going. All right, so keep this parchment here. I'll probably go back and forth. Or maybe I'll just work on the parchment and then switch it over to the silicone. I can't even function this morning, guys. What the heck? All right, so let's bring our lollipop over. We're going to spread out a big piece of parchment, and I made this last night so I could handle it today. It's dry on the front for the most part. It's a little still wet on the back, but that's okay. So what I think I'm going to do first, I pulled this from my stash. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's like a cake pop, cakesicle stick you can get in the baking section at Hobby Lobby. And it was a purple one, so I'm like, oh, that'll work. I literally raided my stash last night, guys, and everything that I found purple or lavender, I pulled. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, that'll work, that'll work. All right, so we're gonna, I'm making a little pilot hole, and I'm making it bigger than if I were to just be inserting a dowel, because we're going to put it on this cakesicle stick. Maybe. I'm going to attempt to put it on the cakesicle stick. If I can make the opening large enough. And like I said, I like to, when I'm doing something like this, I like to make the actual lollipop ahead. Because if this were wet clay and I was doing this right now, it would mingle it. It would ruin it. It would ruin it so much. All right, that'll work. I will hold it up so you guys can see. I just made like a pilot area. Right, it's not really a hole. It's bigger than a hole. And it's still really wet on the inside of the lollipop, so I'm going to do this very carefully. I'm going to add a little bit of super glue just on the end of our acrylic stick. I'm going to leave my lollipop flat because I want to try to insert it as flat as possible. Carefully, because you don't want it to poke out the back, you guys. So if you do that little bit of pilot hole and keep your hand on it and insert it in, it'll work out good for you every time, okay? Oh, I hope my comments didn't stop. Someone throw a hi up there. Last comment was 4 minutes ago. All right, so now I'm gonna come in with some clear tacky glue and we're gonna go over the purple, that lilac color. We're gonna add tacky glue, tacky glue, tacky glue, okay. And then I'm gonna come in with my, okay, Shay, thank you. Everyone just got quiet and you know Facebook, guys, Facebook is cray-cray most of the time. I tell you guys all the time too, thank you for everyone that follows me. Go in at the top of my business page and double check and make sure you are still following and your notifications are turned on. Because a lot of people, Facebook was just automatically having you unfollow a lot of people you follow. So even if you think you're following, go back and double check. And then at the top, you could click on those little dots for your, it'll give you the settings for the page. And make sure your notifications are turned on, because people all the time message me, I missed your live. I didn't get a notification you were going live. Just spreading the tacky glue out. Hi, Crystal. How are you? All right. Spreading this out carefully. I want to try as best I can to keep the tacky glue in the lilac area. So what's everyone doing today? Y'all, we went grocery shopping. Ahead of last weekend's storm, we went grocery shopping. Our store was still completely stocked, and it wasn't even cuckoo crazy here because we knew here we were just getting rain, so we weren't concerned. But I went yesterday, and it's a trickle-down effect. I don't think it's people buying stuff for this weekend's upcoming possible snow. I think it's trickle-down from the horrific Fern winter storm that came through last weekend. I think trucks are having a hard time getting through the roadways in certain areas. Mississippi and Tennessee were the two hardest hit states as far as the freezing precipitation. So I feel like the trucks, literally it was like Armageddon. We went into Walmart, and the first area is the produce area. You guys, gone. Everything was gone. All you saw was all the black bins in the entire produce department, like everything gone. Bananas were gone. Veggies were gone. I managed to get a package, a prepackaged package of like Caesar salad kit. Everything was gone. And then I told my husband, if we're locked in next week, if we get snow, I'm like, oh, let me get some chicken, and I could make chicken bowls for us with rice and stuff, and that'll go over good for a few days. So I needed a red onion. There was one red onion left in the Walmart. I got it. It was the last red onion. Everything was wiped out. The meat counter, forget about it, because I wanted to make chili as well. The ground pork, gone. So I managed to get a package of ground turkey. The ground sausage, how I normally buy it, they didn't have it, so I had to get a different kind that they had. All right, so I got the tacky glue on all the purple. We're gonna come in with some lavender martini sweet glitter from Paper Sweeties. And we're gonna add it, and it's just gonna stick to the purple. So the purple will be glittered and the pink will not. We're gonna spread it liberally over the top of our lollipop. Wherever there's glue, it's gonna stick. And then I'll get my fan brush and we'll brush it off. Yes, it was wiped out, you guys. The orange juice, we like the Simply orange juice. And I normally buy the large container, pulp free. They only had one of those left, I got it. And then I had to get a second container, like a different, like with vitamin D added or something. It's not the truck drivers. Oh, it's the people who don't show up to load the trucks, Cheryl? Interesting. I thought it was them not being able to get through on some of the roads, because that happens like when hurricanes happen. Like after the hurricane, when you think things are starting to go back to normal, the stores are still not stocked, and that's what the news tells us. Like the trucks are having a hard time getting through, you know, some of their routes. But I never even thought of that. Some of the people who load the trucks are maybe in their homes and they can't get out. I never even thought of that. Well, I'm sure it's a combination of both, guys. I'm sure it's a combination. This is looking so pretty, guys. Wait until I finish brushing it off, and then I'll hold it up for you to see. These sweet glitters are just so yummy. The recipes that I have to create these mixes, I use sometimes 6 or 7 different ingredients in these sweet glitters. Who has gotten some of my sweet glitters? This question is not from Maureen. She has gotten them, and she has all 17 colors and uses them all the time. So thank you, Maureen. But who else has gotten some of my sweet glitters? And if you have, what color do you have? Like I said, my favorite is the Unicorn Candy Fizz. As a matter of fact, I'm almost completely out of that, so I need to place an order and mix some more up. Because that one has all my favorite go-tos. The aquas and the pinks and the lime greens. This is so stinking pretty, guys. All right, that looks good to me. Another once over. So yeah, so we got, right, stay ahead of the panic. Exactly, Maureen. That's why we were pretty stocked up in our house, because we got a lot last weekend, and then we didn't end up having anything storm-wise. But we figured we'd go out again yesterday and get some more of the basics. And like I said, I wanted to make maybe some homemade chicken soup, some chili, some chicken bowls with rice. All right, I need a little toothpick, and then we're just going to add all of our pretties to our mitten now. I think we're got to the spot where we can start adding our pretties. Okay, that looks good. You guys ready? 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 Look how pretty that is. And it gives it such a fun effect when you put the glue just on the one color and add the glitter. Oh, the sugar plum fairy dress. That's so pretty. Leanne, that's actually a special mix that I made just for fake bakers. It was called Girls Gone Wild. And I made it just for fake bakers because I donated 100 goodie bags for Fake Bakers Gone Wild. It was this one, right, Leanne? With the little pink, each one had each bag I donated had a handmade little pink gummy bear in it. And then this was the mix. That's all I have left. That's, wasn't even enough to make another bag. That was so fun though. It was called Girls Gone Wild, and it was created just for fake bakers. All right, let's pop this back in the hot tub with its friends. This stuff is like liquid gold. You don't want to waste any of it. It's so yummy. So pretty, right, Debbie? So pretty. I also pulled some of the Grape confetti circle sprinkles from my shop. Not sure if I can find anywhere to use them. That would be cute though. I love how that turned out. All right, so let's go ahead and start building in on our mitten. So let me try to get my design. let's add the little bow to our snow lady's head. I made a macaron cookie snow lady last night. Like I said, I prepped some stuff ahead, guys, so it would allow me to handle things. And hold it, hold it, hold it. So fun and pretty, yeah. That was exclusive for the 100 attendees at Fake Bakers. Look at it, she's so cute. She's got little bitty holly leaves and little purple berries, and she's a macaron cookie snow lady. All right, so let's get our situation here, guys. Let's bring some of our things over, and don't let me forget the licorice, guys, because I totally could do that. Let's bring all these things over and let's play. We have 11 minutes. Let's play. So you always start with your biggest items. So the lollipop obviously is the biggest item. I feel like I want to do the lollipop in the middle and then put some of the other things around. Okay? So I'm going to come in with, where's my, this pokey tool. These are little spatulas that came with way back in the day when I bought a Cricut machine. They came with my Cricut machine, which I have sold, and I got a silhouette now, a cameo silhouette. But I kept my tools. Thank you, Debbie. Right, and I touched my pinch and pull and unembossed a little spot, so while your clay is still wet, you can go back and pinch and pull it again. All right, so this is going to be exactly how we inserted this cakesicle stick into the lollipop. Same thing, put a little super glue on one end, and where I have my little pilot hole, we're going to leave it flat on the table. We're going to push it in, and this is wet clay now, guys, so I'm being really careful. We're going to push it in until we get resistance. Super cute, and it didn't come out the back. It did. See why you wait till things are dry? See how it depressed the clay? But that's okay. That's the back, and I'll just push it up with my fingers around that popsicle stick, and it'll be fine. All right, so now our next biggest thing is our little girl. Longer, Christine, not feeling well. Oh, bless your heart. Okay. All right, Christine, I can fill the space. I can keep going. And you just come on. If I'm still on, you just come on, and I will hop right off if you get to a point where you're feeling better. All right, the little snow lady, we're going to put her over here, and we're going to hold her, hold her, hold her. It's not fun to not feel good. I'm going to hold her in there because I want her to stick really good to the top of that mitten. You guys, this is going to come out so cute, I think. It's going to come out so cute. This is my favorite part of the design process, guys, is not necessarily the mechanics, but the fun part of building it. So fun. All right, then the next largest thing would be maybe one of these fluffs. Can I use one of these fluffs? I think so. I think so. I don't necessarily want to, just because it's wet clay, I don't want to leave this toothpick as long as it actually is. So I'm going to cut a little bit of it off. Just because you saw what happened to the wet clay when I pushed that cakesicle stick in. So we're gonna add this one over here. I'm going right in between where the purple and white layers are, guys. Push that in. Oh, look at how cute this is coming, you guys. So cute. Yeah, Christine, you just hop on and let me know if you get to a point where you're like, okay, I feel like I'm good to go now. All right, the next largest thing would be this cute little ornament. Do I want it over here? Do I want it over here? Now comes the tricky, like fitting all the little pieces in. Oh, that's cute. We're gonna add the little gummy bear on stick right on top of our snow lady, like she's holding it. Holding it, holding it, holding it. Why am I standing? You guys, when I do this, I stand. All right, we're gonna put it off to the side over here, like she's holding it. And I'm gonna hold it. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. Appreciate you. Still holding it. I don't want it to pop off. So cute. Who knew, guys? Who knew that I actually could create using purple? Who knew? Priscilla. Hi, my ornament buddy. All right, I think I want the bulb like over here. Because I feel like I want to fill this part in with the candies. And this purple will look cute on the back of the pink holly leaves. So I'm going to add my super glue directly to my mitten and a little bit to the base of the snow lady. And we're going to put it in there. And hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, guys. This is turning out even cuter than in my head. You guys, I tell you that all the time, that it amazes me. I think all of us might be the same. Like we have an idea in our head and we kind of like, you know, can plan it out. But sometimes when you're making it, sometimes things just don't turn out. Sometimes they don't turn out. So it always amazes me when things actually do turn out. Where do I want to add that snowflake? That kind of would be cute like that. It would add some more height. Let's do that. And because the snow lady is a macaron cookie, she has 3 layers. So I'm gonna place it where I want it. I think like that, and I'm gonna push it in a little bit to make a little indentation, and then I'm gonna come with my pokey tool and make a pilot hole in the white center of the macaron cookie. These are 3D printed from Michelle, Crafty Ma'am. She is my go-to girl for all things 3D printed. All right, and then I'm just gonna stick it in that little pilot hole we made. And you guys, this is coming so cute. Aledia, hi. I am loving this. I'm really surprising myself, you guys, because I was very skeptical when I started this. I'm like skeptical. Just because I am not a big lavender person. It's coming out cute though. I feel like I need something over here to hide that stick. Maybe the little donut. Yes, we're doing it. All right, so for this, I'm gonna use 2 glues. A little bit of super glue, and look at me guys, I'm still standing, still standing. When I design stuff like this, are you guys like that? I feel like I need to be over the project, like on top of it, looking down on the project. Are you guys like that too? All right, we're gonna insert this donut right here to kind of camouflage the little toothpick, the toothpick. I know a lot of you stand, like Debbie, you stand the whole time, but a lot of you sit when you're designing. I feel like I have to stand. And the way my setup is, my camera is set for when I sit, so when I stand, I realize you're only seeing half of me. That's okay. All right, I think this is not gonna work. It's too big, I don't have room for it. I have meringues and candies and our licorice. We still have to add our licorice. Now I just have to play around with things to kind of see what would work. This little meringue might look cute up, tucked up under here. Maybe. Maybe. Now it gets tricky, guys, because now you don't have a lot of room left and you got to see what works. I feel like I almost wanted something smaller than this. That'll work there though, guys. That'll work there. All right, let me see where I need the super glue. I need super glue. On the back of this, the bottom of this, and the top of this. And then I'm going to use hot glue on that acrylic cakesicle stick to adhere to the back of this cabochon on the stick. And hold it, hold it, hold it. Being ever so careful, guys. Ever so careful. Super cute. This is coming out adorable. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I was really stressed out. I thought about this for a few days, guys. I don't do really good with challenges. I just like to let my brain go where it wants to and just free create. That's when I feel like I do my best, but that's why I keep saying I'm surprising myself with this. Totally surprising myself. All right, so let's add some pink right in between these two little purple things. Do I want the gummy bear or a candy? I think the little candy looks cute. So it's clay to clay. I'm using all super glue. How adorable. How cute. Very cute. Okay. We do have to add our licorice, and I'm going to add 2 of them because that was the challenge. We were supposed to use licorice. So I'm going to add 1 on this side. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And another one over on this side. Totally, totally adorable. Totally have surprised myself. Okay. How about this little meringue? Can I tuck it in there? Or do I want to do it? Priscilla, I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked. This gummy bear, I don't like the pink because that's pink and that's pink. Do I have a purple one? Let me see. Do I have a purple one made? I do have a purple one made. I pre-make, sometimes when I'm sitting and watching TV, guys, I pre-make little things out of my molds. So then if something like this pops up and I need to grab something quick, I might have it in my stash. But I don't like that purple right next to that purple. I don't like that purple right next to that purple. All right. I feel like this meringue would be cute tucked back over here though. So we're doing it. We're doing it. And you have to be so careful not to get the super glue on your fingers. I hate that feeling, you guys. I hate that feeling of super glue. And I'm holding it, holding it, holding it, holding it. I feel like I'm gonna need to hit that meringue on the back, maybe with some hot glue. Okay, can I stick the little gummy bear anywhere? Anywhere. Sometimes you need to know when to stop, you guys. Sometimes you just have to stop. Would he be cute on the snowflake? Or am I starting to get into cuckoo land? I think I'm starting to get into cuckoo land. We might not, we just might not. We might not have room for these. She's already holding a gummy bear, so I feel like we're okay if we can't squeeze it in anywhere. I think it's done. I think it's done, you guys. I think I've added everything that my design will allow. I didn't have anywhere that I actually could use any of these grape confetti. I'm looking. I wonder if I could add just a few of the larger ones on the snowflake. Since we have time, let's just look. Let's just look. Let's grab some of these and then they pull some of the larger ones and see what they would look like if we adhered them to the snowflake somehow. I could put a large one in the middle and then I could come in with some of the small ones. Oh, that looks cute, you guys. I like that. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, let's do that. Since we pulled them, let's go ahead and use them. Thank you, Maureen. I surprised myself. All right, and then I'll hold it up for you guys to see because I know when it's laying flat on the table. Actually, I don't think I'm going to use the super glue. I'm going to use the tacky. We'll use the tacky. We'll come in, put a little bit on the end of toothpick, and I'll do a few spots at a time. So there's our center, and we'll do 1, 2, 3. Come in with the largest one. You guys. I'm so pleasantly surprised because I'm like, I don't know. Grape lit, I mean, it was very, very specific. It was a very specific, like when I did last week, it was my turn to set the challenges. So for Monday, I said, oh, baby, it's cold outside. So people could do anything related to cold. A mitten, a snowman, a hot cocoa, an ice skate, anything cold related. I felt like that was cute and the timing worked. And then for the Wednesday challenge, I did hot cocoa season. So people could do anything with hot cocoa. One more right there, guys. And then I truly think we are most likely done, because I don't think there's room for me to add one more thing. These confetti circle sprinkles actually do have a front and a back, so I'm making sure when I add them. Okay, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Let me get a once over again, just to be sure that there's no spot that I could add one more thing. Because, I mean, you could start getting cuckoo, guys, if you keep going. You sometimes have to know when to stop. Sometimes it's hard for me to know when to stop. And that's how she turned out. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. I'm so pleasantly surprised, you guys. This one, I didn't have a vision in my head. All I knew was the mitten, and then we're gonna put some stuff in it. Do you like it? It came out cute, right? So cute. Oh my gosh. I really love it. Now I wanna make more, like in different colors. I think it came out super cute. And I'm so glad we went back and redid the mitten. See, if I didn't have to redo the mitten, I would have finished right at 12. But seeing I had to redo the mitten, thank you, Tanya. Welcome, I didn't see you sneak in. Hey, Lily, thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, she came out very cute. She came out very, very cute. Probably don't even need to hold her on the mitten is still wet, so I'm being very careful with it because I don't want to squish it. I'll hold her close. Look how sparkly. See how we put the confetti circle sprinkles on the snowflake? Yeah, I had the idea of the mitten. I just wasn't quite sure. You saw, I just pulled everything I could find in my stash that was purple, and we just let the creative juices fly live. Sometimes that's a scary thing, guys, in my head. Sometimes that's scary. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you all. Thank you for everyone who follows. Thank you to everyone who sprinkled me out. Thank you to everyone that's going to watch on the replay later today. In the end, I love how this little project turned out. Carly, hey, I'm just getting ready to sign off. Let me show you what I made. And welcome home. The challenge was to use grape licorice on your project. So this is where my mind went. Little mitten, because it's freezing cold out, and a little snow lady, and all of the things. Snowflake, and all of the things. So fun. A little Candyland sweet treat for winter. All right, guys, so Christine may or may not be hopping on in this 12 o'clock hour, depending on how she feels. She was to come on at 12, and she's feeling under the weather. So send her a few well wishes and prayers that she feels better. I'm pulling the graphic up. Maureen, I think you're in the next spot, correct? Yes, Maureen will be coming on at 1 p.m. Eastern. So for all intents and purposes, unless Christine pops on, Maureen will be up next in our lineup at 1 p.m. Eastern, followed by my friend Marissa, Das Craft Boutique at 2, my friend Michelle, Glitzy Yaya at 3, at 4 o'clock, we have a break in our lineup today. At 5 p.m. Eastern is Dee from That's So Cute by Dee. At 6 p.m. is Maria, A to Z Decor. At 7 p.m. is my friend Leanne, Sugarworks Fakery. At 8 p.m. is my friend Shay, Shay's Creations. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, Finishing out our lineup today is Lauren, our unique touch, and Lauren is the one who set our challenge today. So in the end, thank you, Lauren, for challenging me to add grape licorice to my design today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will be on at 2 p.m. Eastern for a live sale. And this little goodie is going to be in my live sale. So if you love it, come back and visit with me and throw your hat in the ring. I'd love for you to adopt it. All right, guys, thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you at 2. Be sure to follow the lineup today for the Bright Ideas and Crafters Marketplace Wednesday group. And until next time, guys, be sweet. Love you all. Bye.